We often see celebrities appreciating interviewers for their insightful questions. But what happens when interviewers ask outrageous questions and celebrities just lose it?
You sound crazy.
I'm not even going to answer that question.
What the hell is your problem, buddy?
You have a problem? Turn off your station.
The perfect example of that happened in 2014, when Mike Tyson flew to Toronto to promote his upcoming book, Undisputed. During his short trip, he met with Mayor Rob Ford and appeared on a few TV shows. Everything was going fine until Tyson appeared on a live TV show where the interviewer asked him an outrageous question, which infuriated Tyson so much that it seemed like he was ready to knock him out on the spot.
Some of your critics would say, there's a race for mayor. We know you're a convicted rapist. This could hurt his campaign. How would you respond to that?
Hey, I don't know who said that. You're the only one I heard say that. You know what I mean? And I don't have no comment to that, because it's negative and you're being negative.
We talked about George Cervallo, who was a legend in your city, great man with whom Mike spent quite a bit of time yesterday talking about his life, highs and lows.
It's so interesting because you come across like a nice guy, but you're really a piece of shit.
Hey,
with that comment.
Come on.
No, that was a piece of fuck you. That was a piece of shit.
We're doing live TV.
Man, I don't care. What are you gonna do about it?
While this interviewer was worried about getting grilled by Mike Tyson on live TV, a French TV host forgot she was live on TV when she played this disgusting joke on Jonah Hill. Despite giving Oscar-level performances in his movies and losing a ton of weight to fit in, interviewers never fail to criticize Jonah Hill for his physique. While appearing on a French TV show to promote his movie War Dogs, an amateur interviewer tried to embarrass Jonah for his body, but he clearly didn't find it amusing.
Fantasme, en fait, ce serait qu'on se retrouve tous les deux dans une chambre d'hôtel le soir. On discute, voilà, vous me faites rire, vous me faites beaucoup rire. Et là, d'un coup, vous ramenez vos potes DiCaprio et Brad Pitt et vous partez.
If a man had made the same joke about a woman, would the audience still have been chuckling? Clearly not, because it would have been considered an extremely sexist comment. But in this case, nobody cared. And they all had a good laugh until Jonah responded.
Je suis content d'être venu. Je suis vraiment pas venu pour rien, d'être ridiculisé par une journaliste locale, ça fait plaisir.
A few days after the live telecast, the interviewer issued an apology to Jonah, which he never acknowledged. But this wasn't the only time when Jonah shut down disrespectful interviewers. He visited Georgia Tech to screen his new animated series, Alan Gregory, where an interviewer asked him a stupid question, to which he responded just the way it deserved.
Are you the fat guy in Hollywood still, or is everybody look at you and they're like, oh wow, this is great, now you're healthy?
Do you have any other questions that are smart?
While Jonah only brushed off disrespectful questions, Celine Dion decided to clap back at Ellen's disgusting questions. In 2007, when Celine Dion appeared on the Ellen DeGeneres Show to promote her new album, Taking Chances, what started as a routine interview took a sharp turn when Ellen took a swipe at Celine over her son's long hair.
All right, well, it seems like you're busy with something because you're forgetting to cut your son's hair. Look at him. He is beautiful, but look at his hair. When are you going to cut that hair?
Do you have a problem with that?
No, I don't have a problem. That is some long hair.
If you had a child, would you just accept a rude comment like that? It's clear Ellen isn't a mother herself, because criticizing someone's child is the worst thing you can do. So obviously, Celine slapped back at Ellen.
It's amazing, right? You cut some people shave the head of their children. And people say, oh, isn't that terrible? Well, I don't even cut my son's hair, and they say, oh, my God, when is she going to cut her son's hair?
Right.
Whatever I will do, I won't please everyone.
With Celine's spot-on reply, Helen stepped back for a moment, which can't be said for journalist Krishnan Gurumurthy, who did something so inappropriate to Robert Downey Jr. that he walked out in the middle of the interview. But before coming to his painful moment, Gurumurthy stacked up a series of questions which built up tension between him and the Iron Man actor.
The statement sort of stands by itself, doesn't it? I mean, does that mean you're not a liberal, or that you came out of prison not being a liberal?
Are we promoting a movie?
Well, okay, well then let me just ask you a few more questions and you can answer them if you want to and not if you don't want to. I mean, well, I think we've got 3 more minutes on our agreement.
Your foot's starting to jump a little bit. You better get to your next question.
You know, the dark periods you entered and taking drugs and drinking and all of that. And I just wondered whether, you think you're free of all of that, or whether that's still something.
I'm sorry, I really don't. What are we doing?
Well, I'm just asking questions, that's all.
Right.
I mean,
Bye.
are you... I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, you're right.
Do you...
You seem okay. It's just getting a little dinosaur in your...
No, look, I don't want to do that.
Thank you.
The 7-minute clip from the interview instantly went viral. It got 14 million views, and audiences could not stop appreciating Downey's reaction. I'm a journalist and have interviewed dozens of celebrities in situations like this. The interviewer is 100% wrong here, and Downey actually handled it quite graciously. There needs to be an understanding between interviewer and interviewee about the scope of the conversation. Well, Mr. Smartypants got his response. The only one he deserved. It's insulting to even dare ask an irrelevant question like that. These are 20-plus-year-old stuff. The interviewer looks stupid at best. While fans appreciate Downey's silent treatment of the stubborn interviewer, what Rihanna did to a reporter in 2012 will go down in the Awkward Hall of Fame. During a press conference in London, Rihanna slammed a reporter when she was asked about her rumored relationship with Ashton Kutcher. Back then, there were rumors about Riri hanging out with Hollywood actor Ashton Kutcher during his divorce. When the paparazzi caught Riri leaving Kutcher's house one morning, a reporter decided to address the elephant in the room.
Things are clearly going brilliantly in your career. I just wondered if you are as happy in your private life, and will we be seeing a certain Mr. Ashton Kutcher perhaps making a trip over here?
Wow, how disappointing was that question?
Should we move on to another one?
Absolutely.
Surprisingly, Rihanna isn't the only star who can shut down any disrespect from journalists. Taylor Swift also has the guts to call out disrespectful interviewers. I mean, Taylor has been in the music industry for almost 20 years now. And over these years, many reporters have tried hard to link her with male stars.
I am Taylor Swift. I would like to be dating blank.
Nobody.
I am Taylor Swift, and my publicist told me to say blank.
My publicist told me not to answer any personal questions.
Nevertheless, Ellen didn't step back from making Taylor admit she was in a relationship with co-star Zac Efron, which was never even the case.
You were here with your boyfriend, Zac Efron, last time. How's he doing?
We actually never dated.
Yes, you did. So when you... Will that be in your repertoire when you're touring? Will that song be on stage?
I'll have to call Zac.
Uh-huh.
Get the rights to it.
Well, you probably talked to him earlier today. How's he doing?
I don't know. I haven't talked to him in a while because we didn't date.
Yes, you did. Why do you deny it?
Because we didn't.
Oh, okay.
But Ellen was only getting warmed up. Things got a lot worse.
But I don't want to. I don't want to.
I'll ring.
Because they'll send me angry emails and I don't want to get them.
I'll hold it for you.
What are you doing to me? This is me. Stop it, stop it, stop it.
Okay, all right.
This makes me feel so bad about myself. Every time I come up here, you put like a different dude up there on the screen.
Back then, Taylor couldn't stand up to Ellen. But now, after countless interviews and dealing with outrageous questions, she's become a savage. Just as her fans say, she's come a long way since these clips. A long way in very difficult situations that she simply doesn't put with anymore. Taylor don't start shit, but she can tell you how it ends. And she actually ended a female reporter Nancy's career on the Grammy Awards red carpet. When she asked Taylor to share details about her outfit, only to follow up with a remark that was both inappropriate and disgusting, especially when it comes from one woman to another.
Yeah, it is, and it's ombre, it's like ombre teal, it gets lighter to the bottom, and then I have purple shoes on. Because why not?
I just wanted to show the legs, because as I was telling you ahead of time, you're going to walk home with more than maybe just a trophy tonight. I think lots of men.
I'm not going to walk home with any men tonight. I'm gonna go hang out with my friends, and then I go home to the cats.
No men allowed.
Men get me in trouble. I gotta
tell you. Speaking about female interviewers putting other women down, it would be incomplete if I didn't mention Barbara Walters, an iconic yet clever interviewer of the late 1900s, who managed to have conflicts with almost all the famous people she ever interviewed. One of her trademarks was upsetting famous people to the point that they revealed their controversial secrets. She'd sometimes say breathtakingly awful things to them, only to get a reaction. Like when she asked Dolly Parton, a legendary actress and singer, if she had hit puberty at the age of 12.
Dolly, did you look like this when you were a kid?
Not quite.
I mean, you didn't have the blonde wig, but when you went to school, when you were 11, 12, 13, was it this about you?
Well, you mean the full figure?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, I thought that's what you meant. Well, actually, I've always been pretty well blessed. As a child, I grew up fast. Other members of my family, have done the same.
My assistant asked me something, and I'm going to blame it on her because I wouldn't have had the nerve otherwise. Is it all you?
Well, I can't show you here right on television.
Asking somebody if their body is all real is like asking them to justify their existence. And when Pardon's sarcastic response couldn't shut down Walters, she went up to stack up more ridiculous questions.
But do you ever feel that you're a joke, that people make fun of you?
Oh, I know they make fun of me. But actually, all these years, the people, you know, has thought the joke was on me, but it's actually been on the public. I know exactly what I'm doing, and I can change it at any time. Or I make more jokes about myself than anybody, because I enjoy it. I know, like I say, I am sure of myself as a person. I'm sure of my talent. And to me, and I'm sure of my love and for life and that sort of thing. I'm very content. I like the kind of person that I am. So I can afford to piddle around and diddle around with makeups and clothes and stuff because I am secure with myself.
Hey, that's my girl, Dolly. The way she handled those stupid questions was just perfect. With confidence, straight to the point, and still respectful. Which can't be said for YouTuber Lisa Nova. Lisa did an interview with Katy Perry, which is now published on Katy's official YouTube channel and has over 6 million views. But what truly stands out about this interview isn't the number of views. It's the shocking lapse in common sense that seems to abandon Lisa entirely when she responded like this to why Katy couldn't go to a dentist as a kid.
Yeah. Well, I did have 13 cavities one time. Really? So that you can imagine why I'm so freaked out. When I was a kid, you know, I didn't really go to the dentist a lot, and I didn't really go to the doctor. And then when I finally went, they were like, you might as well just get like a whole new set of teeth.
Why didn't you go to the dentist?
I was poor.
Oh.
Next question.
So this is a good, that's good.
I could genuinely feel Katy's pain through the screen. I mean, how can you possibly ask such a dumb question? It's funny how Lisa tried to cover up with a laugh, and Katy was very nice for playing along. But I guess Lisa didn't know that not everyone's born rich and has money to afford dental care? However, that's not even the dumbest question in this video. It gets a lot worse than this. When it comes to giving interviewers a taste of their own medicine, Quentin Tarantino has his own legacy. This one time, when an interviewer repeatedly tried to associate the screen violence shown in Tarantino's movie Kill Bill to real-life violence, this is how he playfully responded.
These girls just kick ass, they're warriors, they live by a code of honor, and they die by that code of honor too.
And innocent people die along the way. It's about that kind of thing. Now, tell me this.
You know, innocent people die along the way because unfortunately, that's the story of revenge. Revenge is messy. It never works out the way you want it to.
Why the need for so much gruesome, graphic violence? Why not let us imagine
because
a little
it's so
of it?
much fun, Jan.
Really?
Get it?
Oh, really? Okay, I'd like to see you walk down the street and get attacked by some kids who've just seen your movie.
But see, Jan, you're all messed up because you're talking about real life.
Oh,
and I'm
I see.
talking
And kids
about
at
the
12,
movies. You got to get it straight. Now, if you want to talk about the movies, we'll talk about the movies.
Okay, and
if you
kids
want to
at
talk
12
about real life,
can tell
we'll
the
talk about real
difference.
life.
Kids at 12 can tell the difference. You tell their parents that, Quentin.
Back then, Tarantino managed to handle the interviewer's manipulative questions with his sarcastic answers. But he couldn't do the same when Guru Murthy intentionally tried to shift a promotional interview into a political talk show.
Is that why you think people like watching violent movies? People who are not violent people or twisted people in any way, but why it's okay to go into a movie and enjoy the violence?
Yeah, well, it's a movie. It's a fantasy. It's a fantasy. It's not real life. It's a fantasy. You go and you watch, you watch a kung fu movie and one guy takes on 100 people in a restaurant. That's fun.
But why are you so sure that there's no link between enjoying movie violence and enjoying real violence?
I'm going to tell you why I'm so sure. Do not ask me a question like that. I'm not biting. I refuse your question.
Why?
Because I refuse your question. I'm not your slave and you're not my master. You can't make me dance to your tune.
I'm
not a monkey.
I can't make you answer anything. I'm asking you interesting questions.
And I'm saying I refuse.
Just like Murthy's numerous other interviews on Channel 4, he again had an agenda to frustrate Tarantino and persuade him to reveal something controversial. It seems like he's more focused on what he'll ask next than actually listening to his guest. And that's when Tarantino shut him down in a way Murphy deserved.
So you don't want to talk about anything serious?
I don't want to talk about what you want to talk about. I don't want to talk about the implications of violence. I haven't wanted, because the reason I don't want to talk about it is I've said everything I have to say about it. If anyone cares what I have to say about it, they can Google me and they can look for 20 years what I have to say about it. I haven't changed my opinion one iota.
No, but you haven't fleshed it out. That's the only reason.
It's not my job to flesh it out.
No, it's my job to try and ask you to.
And I'm shutting your butt down.
And that's
While Tarantino expended his energy shutting down interviewers, NFL player Marshawn Lynch didn't even break a sweat. With just a single sentence, he silenced not only the reporters, but also the NFL's stringent media policies.
Hey, I'm just here so I don't get fined, so y'all can sit here and ask me all the questions y'all want to. I'm going to answer with the same answer, so y'all can shoot if y'all please. I'm here so I won't get fined.
His one-liner made waves on Twitter. Only then did the average person like me learn about the NFL's collective bargaining agreement between the league and the players' union. It says that every player must be available for a press conference, and missing one can result in heavy fines. That's exactly what happened to Lynch. The league fined him for not being available to the media after games because he would go see his family as soon as he showered in the locker room. At the time of this iconic press conference, Lynch's cumulative fine had reached $1.2 million for missing previous media events. So to avoid the fine and not wanting to entertain media questions, he used his one-liner.
Does it bother you with all the attention and they just want you to talk when you really don't?
I'm just here so I won't get fined.
I pretty much know why you won't talk. Is it because you don't trust anyone, or they could misconstrue your words?
Just so I won't get fined, boss.
Are you still about that action, boss?
Just here so I won't get fined.
The best thing about Lynch's response is that he's intently listening to the question and even changes his expression to pretend as if he was actually giving a real answer. However, Lynch's badass reply couldn't stop the NFL from fining him. But Tom Hardy's spot-on one-word answers did more than that. They shut down interviewers who dare to ask extremely personal questions.
But what is your question?
I was wondering if you find it difficult for celebrities to talk about their sexuality.
I don't find it difficult for celebrities to talk about their sexuality. Are you asking me about my sexuality?
Sure.
Why? Thank you.
Okay.
And then at another instance in 2015, during the promotion of Mad Max Fury Road, watch how calmly Tom handled another outrageous interviewer.
But I just wanted to ask you, as you were reading the script, did you ever think, why are all these women in here? I thought this was supposed to be a man's movie.
No. Not for 1 minute.
And Hardy isn't the only celebrity who knows how to shut down misogynistic interviews. Back in 2017, tennis player Andy Murray put a reporter in his place who overlooked the achievements of female players.
Andy Sam is the first U.S. player to reach a major semifinal since 2009. How would you describe
male player?
I beg your pardon?
Male player, right?
Yes,
yeah.
First male player. That's for sure.
The reporter described Sam Querrey, another tennis player, as the first U.S. player to reach a semifinal since 2009. Andy was quick to set the record straight, pointing out that female players like Serena and Venus Williams, Madison Keys, and Coco Vandeweghe, all U.S. players, had already qualified for the Grand Slam semifinals before Sam. While many male celebrities can shut down outrageous interviewers with just a stare, some female celebrities find it harder to do so when male interviewers press them and disrespect their boundaries. A perfect example of this happened in 2013 when Lindsay Lohan appeared on The Late Show to promote her upcoming project Scary Movie 5. And this is how Letterman started the interview.
Now, aren't you supposed to be in rehab now?
Do you not watch anything that goes on?
I do.
Tabloid now?
Now here's what
May 2nd.
I was under the May 2nd.
Yes.
And how long will you be in rehab?
3 months.
How many times have you been in rehab?
Several.
And how will this time be different? What are they rehabbing, first of all? What is on their list? What are they going to work on when you walk through the door?
We didn't discuss this in the pre-interview.
No, but it'll be 3 months, and
no, I think to be honest, I'm the happiest when I'm working and the healthiest, and I think this is an opportunity for me to, focus on what I love in life, and I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's a blessing, and
to be able to, perhaps a lifesaver, a career saver.
Yeah.
At the time, Lohan was preparing for a 90-day rehab session for her misdemeanor convictions. Letterman's initial questions might have seemed objective, but he pushed a little further and turned an easygoing interview into a bullying session when he started poking into her personal life.
Aren't you supposed to be in rehab now? And how long will you be in rehab?
3 months.
How many times have you been in rehab?
Several.
And how will this time be different? What are they rehabbing, first of all? What is on their list? What are they going to work on when you walk through the door?
We didn't discuss this in the pre-interview.
No. Lohan tried her best to stay composed, but she couldn't do much more than endure Letterman's derogatory jokes.
So now, when you go to the rehab, what do they do?
We're here for a movie.
We have to what?
Let's stay on the positive.
Oh, what?
Aside from that side of the positive.
Yeah. All right.
Come on now.
Because of the jokes and stuff, but yet you have enough spine, enough sense of yourself, enough poise to come out here and talk to me.
While Lohan helplessly allowed Letterman to bully her on her personal matters, there is a female celebrity / singer, the goddess of pop, aka Cher. The woman who didn't let Letterman cross her boundary when she appeared on his show after refusing the invitation for 4 long years.
I know you didn't want to come on here for the longest time, so why finally, after nearly 4.5 years, did you decide to come on?
I don't know, because I thought that I would never want to do this show with you.
Now why? Now let's explore this a little. Why? Because you thought I was
an ass.
For once, Letterman was taken aback by the fact that Cher actually said it to his face. But Ellen DeGeneres never steps back from putting her guest in an uncomfortable position.
Bitch.
But this one time, she had to interview actress Dakota Johnson, who turned the gears and put Ellen on the spot. Dakota appeared on the show to promote her movie, The Peanut Butter Falcon. But before the interview actually started, Ellen congratulated the actress on turning 30 and right away complained about why she wasn't invited to the party.
It's good to see you. Happy belated birthday. When was your birthday?
It was October 4th.
October 4th. You turned 30.
I did.
And how was the party? I wasn't invited.
Before Ellen could make another remark, Johnson countered.
Actually, no, that's not the truth, Ellen. You were invited. Last time I was on the show, last year, you gave me a bunch of about not inviting you, but I didn't even know you wanted to be invited.
Well, who doesn't want to be invited to a party?
Well, I didn't even know you liked me.
What Johnson added next felt like a cultural reset we didn't know we all needed.
This time you invited me?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
How do you know? I don't think so.
Ask everybody. Ask Jonathan, your producer. Who said you were?
I was
he's
invited?
right there.
Why didn't I go?
I don't know.
Was it? Oh yeah, I had that thing.
While standing firm on her ground, Johnson reaffirmed to Ellen's own crew that she was invited to the party. And now she's creating drama for the sake of being a fun interviewer, but in reality, she is as obnoxious as Matt Lauer was with actress Anne Hathaway. When Anne Hathaway appeared on Matt Lauer's show to discuss her new movie, Les Miserables, let's see what the first thing Matt Lauer brought up.
Let's just get it out of the way. You had a little wardrobe malfunction the other night. What's the lesson learned from something like that, other than that you keep smiling, which you always do?
Matt was asking her about the lesson she learned from that unfortunate moment, in which the paparazzi took a questionable snapshot of Hathaway when she stepped out of her car for the movie's premiere.
It was obviously an unfortunate incident.
Yeah.
I think it kind of made me sad on 2 accounts. One was that I was very sad that we live in an age when someone takes a picture of another person in a vulnerable moment and rather than delete it and do the decent thing, sells it.
Hathaway did manage to give a sophisticated answer to Matt, but during another interview for her movie The Dark Knight Rises, she clapped back at the interviewer, who was more interested in her body shape than asking the relevant questions about the movie.
You are in phenomenal shape.
Thank you.
You're very
gracious.
You're always in great shape, but you had to make sure you were in perfect shape for this one, didn't you?
Hathaway tried to humbly shake off the question, but the interviewer went on to uncover his disgusting questions, to which the actress savaged him completely.
What is the feline fitness regime? Any particular workout?
Are you trying to lose weight?
Well,
what's the deal, man? You look great.
No.
No, seriously. We have to
thank
talk
you.
about this. What do you want? Are you trying to fit into a cat suit?
In an argument between Matthew McConaughey and TV host Joy Behar, the actor didn't approve of Behar's unapologetic behavior and ridiculous statements about Novak Djokovic, who happens to be McConaughey's best friend.
Yeah, I was happy to be in his box. Got to sit behind his parents, which was really awesome to see them when he brings them up and where they started.
I believe
An anti-vaxxer?
I believe so, yeah.
This was just the start of a panel discussion about his new children's book, Just Because. But as they moved towards the end of the show, McConaughey instantly gave a shut-up call to Behar for trying to instigate him and reveal his political interests.
Do you think you could get elected in Texas being anti-gun?
Do I think I could get elected in Texas being anti-gun? One thing about if me in politics is To give you a direct statement right there is
Yeah.
me playing a game that I'm not interested in playing.
Okay,
To give you a direct statement right there.
Out of all the big names in Hollywood, there's one celebrity who has always been under the media radar for his personal life. It doesn't matter how many times he shuts them off. Some stubborn interviewers never shy away from asking him personal life questions, to which he sometimes responds by jumping up and down on the couch.
First of all, thanks for coming to my Legends Ball with Katie. Was that the best? Fun? Was that? Yes, yes. You know, Katie once told 17 magazine, yes.
At other times, he slams interviewers with straightforward answers. For example, Tom Cruise shut down an interviewer who pressed him about his then recent divorce from actress Nicole Kidman.
Was Nicole the love of your life?
What do you mean, Peter?
You were married for 10 years.
Listen, we raised children. How do you answer that? How do you answer that question?
Tom's response made it clear he didn't want to discuss the topic, but to spice things up and garner more views, the interviewer persisted with questions related to Nicole and Tom. What Tom said in response is a must-see for anyone tired of disrespect disguising as journalism.
And do you have a relationship where you talk, it's a parenting relationship, and talk professionally about each other's work?
Listen, here's the thing, Peter. Yeah. You're stepping over a line now. You're stepping over a line. You know you are.
I suppose they're questions though, that people want to know.
Peter, you want to know. Take responsibility for what you want to know. Don't say what other people. This is a conversation that I'm having with you right now.
You're right.
Okay, so I'm just telling you right now, okay? Just put your manners back in.
Do you think I was out of line?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, I apologise for that sincerely.
Good.
Actresses often get asked weird questions that sometimes nullify their phenomenal performances or turn out to be outright sexist. Unfortunately, Black Widow star Scarlett Johansson has had her fair share of such questions, but she never had a problem putting the interviewers in their place. While doing a promotional interview for the Avengers, the movie cast took the stage to answer press questions, and the difference in questions posed to them could not have been crazier. Robert Downey Jr. was asked about how he adapted to the shift in attitude in the Avengers, whereas Johansson was asked about something that wasn't relevant to her brilliant performance in the movie.
And to Scarlett, to get into the shape of Black Widow, did you have anything special to do in terms of the diet? Like you have to eat some specific food or that sort of thing?
If I've learned anything, it's that people are much more interested in your second question to Scarlett than any answer I can give to mine.
Before Scarlett could kill the reporter with her answer, Downey tried to handle the situation playfully, because he knew if Scarlett was given a chance, she'd cook the disrespectful reporter then and there.
Scarlett. I was just going to say that very thing. That's so funny. I was like, how come you get like the really interesting like existential question and I get the like rabbit food question? I don't know. Yes, surely. You know, you're training and doing all that stunt work, and so you eat a lot of green things.
Surprisingly, this was not the only incident where Scarlett had to tackle nonsense questions. It's been over 10 years that she's been working with Marvel, and she still gets asked questions like this.
So, we're quite interested to know what would be the fashion elements Avengers Infinity War uses in the movies.
What?
The fashion elements.
The fashion element?
Yes, for the
I got the fashion question?
Good question.
The fashion elements you see here. I honestly really don't know how to answer that question.
It's satisfying to see interviewers get nervous when Scarlett catches them out. But what happened when Angelina Jolie didn't just put an interviewer in his place, but kept him there for the whole interview? Years ago, Angie faced controversy for being too close to her brother, which led a few TV hosts to make comments about her. One of them was Jay Leno, who hosted The Tonight Show for almost 2 decades, but never learned to stay within his limits until Angie called him out for his nasty jokes.
Anybody here, you know, when somebody says stuff about your family, it's just not okay. And my mom's been just not okay about the stuff about me and my brother. Just for me, do me a favor and read these things that you've said.
I've said? Let me see.
Yeah.
Let me see. What's a good one here?
She confronted Leno with a list of jokes to embarrass him and effectively put an end to his mocking remarks about her.
You know how Billy Bob knew Angelina was attracted to him? Because she said he was like a brother to her. But see, are those terrible jokes?
That's right.
Well, let me...
Honestly, if I wanted to kill you, I wouldn't be here right now. I just thought I needed to say that for, you know.
No, that's
because I
good.
think they get it.
But you know.
Now, as awkward as that might be, I've saved the best for last. Back in 2009, during the MTV Music Awards, Kanye West caused controversy by interrupting. The audience did not approve of Kanye's act and booed him off the stage. So later that night, he apologized to Taylor Swift on Twitter. He even issued an apology on national television by making a brief appearance on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno. Fans appreciated Kanye's apology, but they didn't overlook what Leno asked of the rapper. What Kanye did to Taylor was wrong, but the punishment has to fit the crime. Yes, he deserved to be criticized, but bringing his dead mother into the conversation was completely crossing the line and unnecessary. Kanye is a rapper, not an actor. He felt bad and those tears were real. Bringing his mom up was really low on Jay's part. Now, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to also click this one right here. I'll see you there. Peace.